2 years. She was gone for 2 years. No cameras, no carriages, no Royal Ascot. And today, she walked back in. But nobody was ready for what she had on her wrist. Because that bracelet, it didn't belong to Kate. It belonged to Diana. Everyone is talking about the yellow dress. Everyone is talking about the oversized hat. But here's what nobody is actually talking about. Kate Middleton walked into the most prestigious horse racing event in Britain today, and she sent a message. Not with words, with jewels. Diana's jewels. Queen Elizabeth's jewels. And trust me, once you understand why she chose those pieces on this specific day, this gets so much more powerful than a fashion story. Stay with me. To understand today, we need to go back. Royal Ascot. Kate is there, red dress, full energy, completely radiant. And then she vanishes. 2024? No Kate at Ascot. 2025? No Kate at Ascot. The reason the palace eventually confirmed? Cancer. The Princess of Wales was diagnosed, went through treatment, and stepped almost entirely out of the public eye. And while the world waited and wondered, she fought, quietly, privately, fiercely. And today, June 2026, she came back. Not in a safe, understated outfit. Not in something that said, "I'm still recovering." She came back in sunshine yellow. Bold, bright, unapologetic. That choice alone told the whole story before she said a single word. Now let's talk about the outfit. Because it really is stunning. Kate chose a Roxanda Bridget dress in a striking sunshine yellow. Roxanda is a London-based fashion label, founded by Serbian designer Roxanda Ilincic in 2005. Known for bold, feminine, flowing silhouettes. But here's the detail that makes this even more interesting. This wasn't a new dress. Kate first wore this exact dress back in 2022, on the royal tour of Jamaica. She rewore it, deliberately, on her comeback day. With every photographer in Britain pointing a lens at her. That is not a woman who forgot to go shopping. That is a woman making a point. Paired with the dress, a massive, wide-brimmed yellow hat by milliner Jane Taylor. It's called the Epona, with dramatic downturned brim and veiling. Price tag? £3,250. And an extra £300 if you want it in Kate's exact shade of yellow. This was actually Kate's third Jane Taylor hat this month alone. But here's the thing. The hat isn't even close to the most significant thing she wore today. And this next part is going to change everything you thought you knew about Kate's style choices. Let's start with the earrings. Chandelier style. Haircut diamond in the center. Surrounded by brilliant and baguette-cut diamonds. Spectacular. Almost lace-like in how light they are despite their size. These earrings belong to Queen Elizabeth II. And the first time Kate ever wore them? Her very first overseas royal tour. A BAFTA event in Los Angeles. Brand new to the royal family. The world's eyes on her for the first time. And Queen Elizabeth personally loaned her these earrings. Think about what that gesture meant. It was an endorsement. A quiet sign of trust from the most powerful woman in the British monarchy. You belong here. Wear these. Kate has worn them 9 times over 15 years. And she chose today, her comeback day, to wear them again. As if to carry the Queen's blessing back into the room with her. But the earrings, as breathtaking as they are not the piece that made me stop and catch my breath. That's the bracelet. And the story behind it? It will genuinely move you. Diana, Princess of Wales, is patron of a charity called Birthright. Its mission? To stop women and babies from dying in pregnancy and childbirth. A cause Diana believed in completely. To raise funds for that charity, a jeweler named Nigel Milne creates a piece. A 3-strand cultured pearl bracelet with diamond and pearl cluster sections. Elegant, meaningful, made with purpose. Diana wears it. It raises money. It saves lives. And then, in 1997, Diana is gone. The bracelet passes to William. And at some point, William gives it to Kate. Today, at Royal Ascot 2026, that bracelet was on Kate's wrist. And this wasn't a one-off moment. She wore it at Trooping the Colour just weeks ago. She wore it to Peter Philip's wedding. And she wore it today, 3 times in a single month. Kate is keeping Diana close right now. Intentionally, visibly, repeatedly. And you have to ask yourself, why now? Why this month? Why this comeback? I think the answer is more beautiful than any fashion story. Royal Ascot isn't just a horse race. It was founded by Queen and in 1711, over 300 years ago. Queen Elizabeth II attended every single year. All 5 days. Without fail. It is one of the most symbolic events in the British royal calendar. And Kate, who had been absent for 2 years, chose this event for her comeback. Not a small charity lunch. Not a quiet engagement. Royal Ascot. The royal carriage. The royal enclosure. The whole world watching. She also wasn't just there to look beautiful. She was there to work. She and William awarded trophies for the day's feature race, the Prince of Wales's Stakes. The winning horse? Ombudsman. Back-to-back winner. The first to achieve that since 1995. The winning jockey, William Buick, claimed his 40th Royal Ascot win today. Prince William handed him a special commemorative saddle cloth. Kate personally congratulated the winning trainers. She chatted with her mother Carol on the lawns. She laughed. She engaged. She showed up. Fully. Completely. Joyfully. Now let's connect all of this. Because I don't think this was just a fashion moment. I think today was Kate Middleton delivering a message to the world and maybe to herself. She came back in a dress she'd already worn before. Not a new one. A familiar one. As if to say, I am still the same woman. She wore Queen Elizabeth's earrings. The earrings the Queen once lent to a nervous young royal who was just beginning her journey. As if to say, I remember where I started. And I'm still here. And on her wrist, Diana's bracelet. A bracelet made to save the lives of women. Worn by a woman who just saved her own. Think about that. Diana's bracelet was created to fund research so that women wouldn't die. Kate, who faced a cancer diagnosis, who fought for her life, who spent 2 years quietly healing, chose to wear that bracelet on the day she returned. That is not a coincidence. That is Kate Middleton telling the world exactly how she feels about survival, about legacy, about the women who came before her and the strength they passed down. She walked into Royal Ascot today not just as the Princess of Wales. She walked in carrying Queen Elizabeth's blessing on her ears and Diana's resilience on her wrist. And that sunshine yellow? That wasn't just a fashion choice. That was a declaration. I'm back, and I brought them with me. So I want to hear from you. Do you think Kate's return to Royal Ascot was the most powerful royal moment of 2026? And that bracelet, Diana's bracelet, worn 3 times in a single month. Does it give you chills too? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Seriously, I read every single one. And if you want royal stories that go beyond the headlines, stories that actually mean something, hit subscribe. Because this is exactly the kind of content we make here. Every single week. See you in the next one.